Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome into the Rally Sports Network. A little delay. We come to you with 2 outs here in the first inning. No runners on, and nothing on the board thus far. I'm Dan McDevitt. It's a pleasure to be part of your afternoon as today bring you a conference matchup between the Souderton Indians and North Penn Knights. We come to you live from Lansdale, Pennsylvania, here on the campus of North Penn High School. Strike catches a piece of the zone just towards the righty's batter's box.
Yeah, just to catch everyone up, it is Brighton Fontaine on the mound once again for North Penn. So we've gotten to see quite a bit of him. I think he's been the starter in every game we've done.
I believe so, except for, I want to say
Except for the
one.
one, yeah.
Yeah, I want to say except for one. We get a great matchup here. Temperature in the high 60s. Beautiful baseball conditions. North Penn enters this afternoon with a 4-5 record in conference play. On the other side, Souderton, as this ball is set up and over the head of Matt Pownell and lands out in left field. This ball taken care of and an easy stand-up single.
Good job getting to Fontaine early. We did not see much of that in the other two starts. He usually did not falter until the 5th or 6th inning. But obviously, not the end of the world, but good job from Souderton just to find something that works early.
So we got all the pieces in place for what should be a great one here this afternoon alongside Ethan Whitney and Ethan Whitney on color and Ethan Lavolsi on camera. I'm Dan McDevitt, and first pitch was at 4 o'clock. We're coming at you at 4:08. 2 outs in the inning, men on first. This ball popped up. Have the starting lineups here
Onto the
for the
roof
Souderton Indians. Batting is Lutz at 1, Wisnowski at 2, Divins at 3, Pollock at 4, Hoffman at 5, Radcliffe at 7th, Byra
That was a big
at
lead.
8, Wendell at 9.
I saw base running. It's played such a huge role with the catcher's ability to protect second base at Souderton, playing some mind games early.
Devins with a commanding lead. This ball
Oh
launched
my
right back
God.
behind us, and look out.
We did flinch that time.
We did flinch that time, finally. They finally got us.
We've broken our streak.
That ball was smoked towards us.
That could not have been more
Right off the barrel.
centered to your head.
Yeah, no, that would have been career ending. You don't see many broadcaster career ending injuries. So Pollock up to bat here. Fontaine at 13 pitches in this game. The runner on first. This ball swung on and sent over to Pownell. Pownell picks up, thinks about giving to the runner at second, and then makes the throw to first. Fontaine catches it well in time. And so Grayson Fontaine ends the inning. Brighton Fontaine on the mound. We're through 1/2 inning here at North Penn High School. Don't go anywhere. Out to the mound steps Lutz as he gets ready to get his day started on the bump. And up to bat steps Danny Cho, the left fielder. He's really settled into his spot this year as a sophomore. Didn't really begin as a starter, but has become a real major player in the dugout. Batting .438. He has been a player to fear when you're pitching.
Yeah, it's just so valuable to have a guy who can do it on both sides. And you see a lot of that in high school two-way players. And just to be able to be not just good, but great at both of them early in the season just adds so much to a team. I must say, I get a lot of entertainment from just watching this North Penn dugout. They are amazing.
They bring the energy every time.
They do.
So into the 1-1, here comes the pitch. This one swung on, sent right back to Lutz. He picks it up and tosses it over to first, but up and over the first baseman. And what would have been a simple play is now a single. So Wendell not able to collect the ball after the toss from Lutz. And I don't know, I believe it's going to be counted as an error, yeah?
Should.
They have both a hit and an error on the board.
Batting for the Knights.
Whatever the hit was for Souderton.
Number 1, Mason DiLorenzo.
Oh, yes, my mistake.
Just like the yips there. Just simple throw, couldn't get it.
By a centimeter, too. I mean, that was right up and over his glove. I guess even to make the argument, he would have.
Whoa.
Oh, watch out. That ball came dangerously close to him after he tried the bunt. Mason DiLorenzo off to bat. Shortstop.
Almost hit police officer back there.
So DiLorenzo calls time. He's going to receive it. Steps out. They're going to watch out ball there. So this one is high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
North Penn, from what we've seen, is usually pretty good at executing these sacrifice bunts, but Souderton obviously knows it's coming.
With a runner on first, the pitch once again high. And now 2-1. Pace of play really slowed down this inning. We were seeing a lot of foul balls before we got joined back on the broadcast.
No bunt here.
And that one catches a piece of the zone. That's an easy strike call. You'd love to see when it's just short sleeves out on the field.
A lot better than last time.
100%. It was a frigid game last time we were here.
And a long one. That was our longest of the season.
It just had to be that day. Now here comes the pitch. 2-2.
Ooh.
Does not find the zone, and a questionable call as he places it just too high in the zone. Now 3-2 with a runner on first, no outs.
You know it's close when the catcher, batter, and pitcher all lock eyes with the umpire.
So here comes the pitch. This one swung on and fouled back. Almost exactly the same foul that Cho had just earlier.
You know what we didn't do, though?
We didn't flinch that time.
It's a big pitch early, North Penn. Usually good when they can jump out to an early lead, and we've seen offense be an issue.
Runner goes to second. The throw is not in time. He's in there safe. And a jumping effort, leaping over the runner. But Cho able to make it there well in time.
I thought he might have had him. I mean, that was way closer than it had any right being. Great effort, all for naught.
So Hoffman not able to target the throw correctly. They still get the strikeout. And now Bud Murphy, the Aussie, steps up to the plate.
Still love
Check
this.
swings, no.
Love this guy's story. The Australian moves to the United States, plays baseball. Was it to play baseball he moved here?
Nah, just moved here.
Just moved here.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
He's moved around the diamond a little bit so far this season, moving back and forth from first baseman to catcher, but he settled in nicely. As here comes the 1-0. Another ball fouled off behind him. 1-1. Jace Hopwood going to pick up the ball. Not wearing the Joel Embiid mask.
Oh, yeah. That's good for him.
Straight catches his own. How about Joel Embiid? It's a tough one.
Yeah, back in the lineup. You can't go too hard on him. He's had appendicitis. Never quite seen an appendectomy take someone out in the NBA. Poor guy.
But here comes the pitch. This one, a beautiful off-speed pitch, and that one just bit last second.
So he's got the mask off, but a special helmet.
Batting for the Knights.
Yeah, so he's got a
Designated hitter, number 3.
softball-style
Softball
mask
helmet,
with the shin guard.
I mean, good for him. Good to see the progress. Even just playing, like we've mentioned plenty of times, is incredible.
So Latino's wind-up. His first pitch again, launched back, and I believe that got stuck in the... You want to get a shot on that, Lavolsi. That got stuck on the cage.
Oh,
And also knocked over the game-changer camera.
40 chess by Souderton, knocking out North Penn's technical equipment.
Yeah, and if you're watching on Game Changer,
Tune in.
what's wrong with you?
Don't you know who we are?
We're trying to do a good deed, man. This ball is fouled up and away.
You
Out of
say
play.
as you pull the game up on Game Changer.
Hey, listen, it's good for broadcasting, okay? Watching a baseball game with Game Changer up. So the 0-2 checks back in at the runner at second. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out, and so he retires the side. And right back to it. We go to the second inning. We're back with you here on the Rally Sports Network right after this. Welcome back to Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Danny McDevitt joined by Ethan Whitney. It's 0-0 on the board as this one popped up and out of play. So up to the bat steps the catcher, Hoffman.
And I did want to talk about Lutz did a great job pitching out of trouble in the top of the inning, or the bottom of the first, rather, for Souderton. Offense has been an up and down thing for the Knights so far this season.
So the pitch from Fontaine. Colson lays off and takes the strike. He goes down in the count 0-2.
Fontaine just pounds the zone. He is so good at getting ahead in the count. You feel like he's almost always in these kind of spots. And with his stuff, it is almost impossible to come back from.
And he's called for a strikeout as Fontaine's able to put him down quickly. And an efficient at-bat. So 3 strikes, all he's needed.
The left fielder, number 10, Jake Radcliffe.
And Fontaine has just been such an Iron Man for the Knights so far this season. I mean, just accounting games we've been to, he's pitched 75% of them, which is incredible. And he's pitched through some tough offensive performances in the first 2, where he had to really keep his team in it, and he was able to.
Swing and a miss there out of the left fielder, Jake Radcliffe. So he steps into the box for his first time today. Another called strike, 0-2. Fontaine having excellent command so far. Bud Murphy slides to the right of the zone. And he gets the strikeout off a beautiful off-speed pitch.
Souderton isn't doing the main thing they need to be doing for what we've seen so far this season. They just need to be patient and drive up his pitch count. Because when he starts to get tired, that's when he really falters, and North Penn has been very hesitant to take him out of games. So they just need to fight, foul off pitches. And I learned my mistake this time. I did not jinx the immaculate inning.
Yep. So there it goes after he throws a ball on that pitch. Was cruising towards an immaculate inning. And now this ball is launched up and over to the shortstop, picks it up and tosses it up ahead, and now diving down is Grayson Fontaine to make the tag. So 3 up, 3 down here from North Penn as Brighton Fontaine moves through the inning with some excellence. We'll be back with you after this short break on the Rally Sports Network. Up steps Grayson Fontaine, the first baseman who ended the inning just a few moments ago. Here into the bottom of the second. Nothing on the board so far for both these squads except for a hit by Souderton and then an error by Souderton. So here comes North Penn as Grayson Fontaine just slides out of the way of that pitch.
Was not aired, too, by the pitcher Lutz. Just kind of threw a hanger over the first baseman's head. But pitched out of it and looked good in the second. So, see what he's got here in the third.
Kicks up and launches this one to left field. The left fielder coming in to pick it up. And Radcliffe's not able to get the throw there as he keeps him for a single.
Now batting.
Got out in front of that one, squared it up pretty nicely out to left field. Just some solid contact, a good sign here for the North Penn offense.
Yeah, they've seen the ball pretty well. I mean, they're getting contact. Few of them just haven't been great contact, but either way, they're still doing a great job. So Logan Waynick shows bunt and just pulls away last second. 1 ball, no strikes.
See if they run. They ran last time. They were able to steal the base. They might have, the catcher might have had him if it were for a more on-target throw. The leaping effort was not enough, but I believe it was the shortstop.
Shows bunt. Ricochets it off the glove. The third baseman makes the throw to first, and it's there. Off his glove, it goes down into the alley. And now moving around third, stays. But the runners are both going to advance second and third. So a big mistake at first base once again. And it's pivotal here for the North Penn Knights.
And I think the pitcher might have accidentally screened his first baseman. Because he was in the way of the throw trying to cover the base.
Yeah.
And I don't think he could see the ball. So I think Lutz pulled out almost a hockey move and screened his own first baseman.
So now to the bat comes Mason Franek. The right fielder just moves out of the way of another slider, and he is cutting it dangerously close lately with these off-speed pitches.
Yeah, it just seems a little bit rattled. I mean, he's had throwing error, and now I believe that error will still be charged to the third baseman, or maybe the first baseman. But
swing and a miss for the strike.
Regardless, just a
one
slew of mental errors. I think that's the right word.
Go with it. Why not?
We're gonna. Huge at bat here, trying to get on the board first.
So shows bunt, and now back up and into the cages again. 1-2 in the count. Runners on second and third. Grayson Fontaine, Logan Waynick.
Infield is in, so if he can just square something up here, hit it pretty hard, good chance he could score one, if not two runners.
Franek in the box. The pitch. Tossed up and into the air, back over by the track and field area.
Oh no. It begins.
Lutz just trying to get the first out of this inning. From the 1-2 count. Gets his pitch, winds up. And another ball outside. 2-2 goes to count.
Really good take there in that spot, evening up the count. Just working the count, trying to get the pitch that he can square up, at least score one, and obviously at least put this ball in play. No strikeouts if you're North Penn.
Again, the off-speed pitch, but it rings him up this time. It just pulls away last second and strikes him out.
Well, like I said, it's the one thing you were trying not to do in this spot. It was a borderline pitch, but umpire,
he has this tricky pitch.
Yeah, gives the benefit of the doubt to Lutz, and he gets a big first out.
Yeah, it's this slider that he's throwing, and it just goes towards the batter. Almost scares you a little bit.
Yeah, they don't
goes towards the batter and it pulls away last second.
They don't seem to have a read on that one yet.
The slider working really effectively for him. Christian Barnes up to bat. Mal Pownell's in the box.
See if he leans on that with another righty.
Oh, and that's a balk. They're going to walk a runner home. Critical moment there, and not liking this is the head coach of Souderton. He's having a word with the umpire.
Dan, did you see something there? I can't lie, I did not.
I can't say I saw anything, but Lutz is not loving it.
He seemed very confused instantly. And
so Lutz is going to go have a word with the umpire, it seems. Either that or go to the catcher.
Yeah, he's just at least got to figure out what he did as to avoid it. We saw this in the last game, if I remember correctly, with the pitcher for Central Bucks West.
So the head coach having a word with Lutz on what to do. Now the question is if they'll call that again.
Yeah, he didn't seem to get a word in with the umpire to know what the balk was. So just hoping he knows. I guess watch the feet carefully here.
This will be interesting to see. This pitch is high and out of the zone. 2-1. And now with only one runner on base. Waynick at third. Christian Barnes is to the plate.
Surprised they still have the infield in here. Maybe they're going for the play at home.
In the on-deck circle steps Matt Pownell. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count now 1-2. Trying to keep a close eye on his feet here.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they saw the first time.
Swing and a miss there, and he strikes him out. So another strikeout to add to Lutz's campaign so far here.
Good
Christian
pitch.
Barnes is going to have a word with Pownell.
change of speeds there. And what is interesting to me is, if I remember correctly, from when we saw the balk against Central Bucks West, if I could be making this up, but I believe they gave the pitcher a warning before issuing the balk.
Yeah.
So Lutz did not get that.
Called strike, 0-1.
That is a pivotal decision by the umpire that obviously nets North Penn the first run of the game.
So into the windup is Lutz. A bunt here from Pownell, and this one is rolling towards the foul line. Picks it up, makes the throw to first, and it is there in time. They get the out. And so the North Penn Knights leave one runner stranded, but after a balk, it is 1-0 in the game. North Penn leads. We're back for the top half of the third inning.
First baseman, number 4.
Welcome back to Lansdale, Pennsylvania, here on the Rally Sports Network, because we got Suburban 1 action coming at you. It's 1-0, the North Penn Knights lead. As this pitch from Braden Fontaine stays quite low. Wendell's up to bat.
Fontaine now pitching with a lead, something he's not gotten to do too often.
First baseman has had quite some trouble in today's game.
Yeah.
I believe he's recorded only 2 errors for the Souderton Indians.
Granted, I'm not quite sure how much either of them were his fault, as I would credit the first one to a throwing error more so, and the second one he was kind of screened by his own pitcher.
Yeah, I would agree.
But regardless, stats are the stats.
So I believe actually none of them were recorded as his error. So this ball over to the second baseman, picks it up, makes the throw to first, and Pownell has it there in time.
Were they recorded on the pitcher?
Now batting for
That's what I'm trying to check now. So the error in the bottom of the second was by the third baseman.
That was a throwing error. Okay.
That one was the throwing error. Wasn't there another one?
It was in the top of the first. Or the bottom of the first, excuse me.
So that one was posted as a
strike here.
Error on Lutz. So.
Oh, okay. So none on him.
Yeah, no.
But he's been in the middle of the action, that's for sure.
Yeah, the errors are on Devins and Lutz. As now this ball rolls down the first base line, picks up the ball and makes the throw to first. Grayson Fontaine catches it well in time.
I think they're saying it's foul.
And
that's an early signal there.
Are they giving a foul?
I believe
I believe they're giving a foul. That was a very late call. Some testy officiating here so far. Getting both benches fired up a little bit.
I don't know if he just didn't say it was foul because he kept running as if it was fair, but the arms were up. So just, yeah, just an odd start.
So back into the box with the count at 0-2. Shakes the glove. And now the throw. This one is popped into the glove of Brighton Fontaine. He runs it out and tosses it to his brother, and they get the out. So out number 2 recorded of what was a pretty cool play there.
Yeah, nice flash of the glove and just really cool getting to throw the out to your, I don't know if it's the older or younger brother, but your brother regardless.
That's check for you here.
What if
Don't
they're
you
twins,
worry, I'm
though?
prepared. Not always.
That is where my mind went first. I guess I'm not open-minded enough.
Grayson Fontaine is the little brother. Brighton Fontaine is the bigger brother. St. John's commit.
Good for him. So older to younger that was.
Yeah. Passing the torch, one would say. Let's get fear.
Let's get cinematic.
Yeah, let's get cinematic here.
Is he a year younger or 2 years? Or 3?
This ball was swung on and popped up back over towards the gym, and off the brick wall it goes.
What class is the younger brother of? Would he be 27 or 28?
28.
Oh, so we're, oh, okay.
So Fontaine into his windup. His throw is now bounced and charging is the third baseman, and he's not going to be able to pick it up in time. Logan Awaynick just doesn't read the bounce, and that one died quickly.
Yeah, just a difficult Baltimore chop to third base there. And kind of in no man's land would have been a difficult play. And like you said, that just died as soon as it hit the grass here.
Souderton repping the red jerseys. It's a red versus blue matchup. And the team's really moving away from the button-down jerseys. North Penn wearing the button-down jerseys, but the Souderton Indians wearing a more so like batting practice style jersey of the top 2 buttons.
I can't. Oh, no, it is just the top 2.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't want to be
Okay.
the first to say it, but I'm a more traditional button-down guy.
Too formal as Ethan. As Grayson Fontaine flashes the leather on that play, makes a stop along the first base line and records out number 3. So the Indians leave one runner stranded and they trail by 1. There is still plenty of game left to play as we get ready for the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Don't go anywhere. I'm Dan McDevitt, joined by Ethan Whitney, and this is the Rally Sports Network.
Leading off for the night.
Into the leadoff spot, here comes the left fielder, Danny Cho. So he gets ready to start this half of the inning for the North Bend Knights. Here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Walk-up
steps
song
in the box.
passes the test.
Say that again?
Walk-up song passes the test there.
Okay. I don't know the song.
Neither do I. I just like it. I've heard it before, but I don't know the name.
First pitch ball.
Les has just had a sort of erratic first 2 innings. He had a runner in the first, was able to pitch out of it, then a tough time in the second. Obviously, that run scores on the balk, which we still haven't quite figured out. So he's just hoping for his first 1-2-3 inning here. Give it back to the offense, who's trying to get a read on Brighton Fontaine on the other end. But his slider's been working well for him here early.
1-2 count. Ball high. 2-2.
He's just had issues finishing off these batters.
And this one is well high, and I mean, I think he kind of tipped that one. His leading leg almost went like completely over his shoulder. So that curveball does not land the way he wanted it to. 3-2 goes the count. And this one is swung on and sent down the first base line and out of play.
North Penn's been getting a lot better contact off Lutz than they have off of Fontaine. They've only netted the 1 run off of it and still don't have a hit with runners in scoring position like we mentioned on the balk there.
This one is driven once again and way out of play. So 1 hit on the board for the North Penn Knights, but it also accompanies it by 1 run.
They've gotten 2 runners off an error, 1 off a hit, and then 1 run off the balk. So it's been anything but traditional.
This ball is high and he walks him. So not the inning Lutz wanted to start with, as he immediately gets a runner on base.
Now,
that's his issue. He's just giving North Penn too many chances.
Number 1, Mason DiLorenzo.
So Mason DiLorenzo to the plate. A shortstop with a runner on first. He gets ready to work.
They're keeping a close eye on first base.
Shows bunt and then not able to make any contact with it. Flirting the throw to first there was Hoffman, as Cho was ready to go.
Already seen North Penn steal 1 base today, but did not result in a run.
Bishop DiLorenzo, he bunts. And then the throw to first is well in time. So Danny Cho able to accelerate to second, but getting out there was DiLorenzo.
Perfectly executed sacrifice there from DiLorenzo. They just do the hit and run, set up their guy, try to add another, build the lead here early. But yeah, that's textbook.
So now comes Bud Murphy. For runner in scoring position and 1 out, he takes the first pitch for a ball. Steps back into the box, preps himself. The wind blowing towards the first base line. Ooh. And just moves out of the way. That didn't catch a piece of him, but Cho's going to be able to move to third and to well in time.
I think that was the slider, just didn't quite break. Didn't do that inward motion we've seen it do previously.
Thought that caught a piece of him. It literally missed him by maybe millimeters.
That's as close as it gets for sure.
So into his windup, swing and a miss, and now 2-1 goes the count.
See, he's been getting a good bit of swing and miss today. It's just been consistently putting his pitches where he needs them to be. And just the early runners in the inning that has been Lutz's issues so far. Only 2 1/3 innings in.
So this ball's rolled down the third base line, sliding in safe is Cho, and then a throw to first doesn't get there. So a big hit there out of North Penn, as Bud Murphy just able to get a little bit of contact, and that was enough to score Danny Cho from third.
Yeah, North Penn has done such a great job mastering these bunt situations. That one perfectly placed. No chance for the third baseman or Lutz, who lost his footing. And just the small ball techniques working to perfection for North Penn. Already with a 2-run lead. Chance to add on here.
So here comes Chase Hopwood with Bud Murphy at first. Bud Murphy's going to start moving. And the throw is not in time. I believe that's a courtesy runner, actually. Believe that is
14.
Even, you got a number?
14.
14. It's good old Trey Brennan. Doing the courtesy running for Bud Murphy as he is the catcher, and there's
that was called a strike.
1 out in the inning.
Wow. So again, just protecting second base proven to be an issue for Souderton early in this game. And North Penn is going to continue to exploit that until the Indians prove they can stop them.
This ball swung back behind the plate. It's 0-2. Hopwood adjusts himself. Steps back into the box. The lead out there with Brennan. Lutz gets his pitch and checks in. The windup, the throw, and off the umpire's shoulder. And now advancing is Brennan. So that ball is up and into
the fencing.
Yeah, it's in the fence.
What's the rule on that?
It went off the umpire's shoulder, so I don't know if that's going to be what that'll be ruled.
I'm surprised he hasn't ran from third just to at least test his luck.
I mean, would that be considered out of play?
It'd have to be, right?
Because the ball is technically live.
I think they're just calling it out of play.
So they're going to do the sportsman-like thing. There's a swing and a miss on that one. He gets the second strike, the second out of the inning. And with a runner on third, you know North Penn's going to want to take advantage of that. Here comes the power hitting Grayson Fontaine.
Can't quite say I've ever seen something like that. I mean, it's still there.
I mean, I don't know how they're going to get that down,
I want to
honestly.
climb up and get that after this broadcast. So I'm serious. I want that.
So a low ball. 1-0. Brennan.
I'll post the clip to the TikTok. It's going to get 30 likes and make my day.
So swing and a miss there. Now 1-1. Count goes even. Brennan's ready to run on contact here.
North Penn has had a great eye for the zone so far in this game. Making Lutz work for it.
Whiffs on that pitch, and now it's 1-2. Could expect a slider here. Lutz has had incredible control of it the entire game. And now this one popped up back into the netting.
Didn't get
The
stuck.
wedged ball still stays there.
It's the second ball that's gotten stuck in the fencing, too. This is just...
It's a lucky day. Or unlucky. It depends on how you look at it. So Lutz back into the windup. The throw.
Whoa.
Strikes him out, and that one Fontaine didn't like quite too much. And he's got an argument there, but furthermore, it's a strikeout. And we go to the top of the fourth here on the Rally Sports Network. Welcome back to North Penn High School. Daniel McDevitt and Ethan Whitney on the call. Lavosi on the camera. And we step back into a 2-0 game that North Penn leads. A foul ball down the third base line leads to the first strike. And up to the bat is number 15, Divins. Evan Divins. This ball popped up. Another ball still wedged up there. I would have thought they would have got it between the inning.
I'm going to get it. They're saving it for me.
So Braden Fontaine, the wiggle of the glove and into the windup. Popped up and launched.
I do wonder where that wiggle comes from.
Maybe it's something, just a lucky charm, stuck with you.
Hey, good interview question if we have him on next.
There was I want to say, this ball popped up into left field, and now Cho is backing up and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Oakland A's closing pitcher,
Now batting for the
2001.
The second baseman, number 8, Brett Pollock.
Can't say I know this one.
I'll look it up. Give me a second.
But it was a show there. Initially got the bad.
Jason Isringhausen. Yeah. So
Same
he
wiggle?
was a very superstitious pitcher. Someone called for a strike.
Go on.
Let me make sure this is the right guy. Okay, so it was Isringhausen. So Isringhausen was a very superstitious pitcher, but his coaches did not like it. This one sent over to shortstop, picked up, and the throw over to first is well in time. And a great play there by DiLorenzo to get the second out of the inning. But yeah, so Isringhausen was a very superstitious pitcher, and he worked that into his game a lot, but his coaches did not like it. So he just started including his superstitions into his rotation. And one of them was reaching into his pocket to hold his prized rock. And he said the rock gave him power. So, superstitions, it could be a huge part of the game.
For sure.
I'm sorry, it wasn't that he put it in his pocket. He would always bring it out to the mound, leave it at the mound while he was pitching, and then pick it up when he left the mound.
That's like a little rock buddy.
Exactly. So the ball goes over to shortstop, and in time, DiLorenzo makes the clutch throw, and Grayson Fontaine able to stretch out and make the catch. So big play there as Braden Fontaine walks off the field with some swagger. It is 2-0 as we head to the bottom half of the inning. Logan Waynick to the box here for the North Penn Knights. As Lutz gets ready to continue his outing. So 2 runs for 2 hits in this ball game thus far.
Again, Lutz just needs a quiet inning. He's had trouble on the base paths early in each of the first 3 innings. The last 2 resulting in a run.
Questionable strike call there. He's really been gifting that inside pitch to the righty's batter's box so far this game, as this ball is popped up and sent out to left field. Shortstop gets under it, calls for it, and makes the catch.
Good job tracking that in the sun here.
So Byra
Now batting for the Knights,
makes the play.
right fielder.
Yeah, he has been that inside pitch to righties and that bottom left corner, or our left, pitcher's right. He's been getting a lot of the benefit of the doubt.
So this bunt here sent down the third base line and picking it up and making the throw, but it bobbles out of the first baseman's glove, and it has been all trouble at first base today.
They're going to rule that an error. That is maybe a bit of a harsh ruling, but couldn't scoop it out. I wonder if that's another throwing error, or if they're going to credit that to the first baseman. I would imagine it would go to the third baseman. It was a low throw.
Fielder, number 20, Christian.
Yeah, Byra was not able to make the play on that one.
Yeah, first base has just been the center of the universe today.
Yeah, especially for the North Penn Knights offense. They are just playing a lottery there and winning big. So moves out of the way, and Lutz does not get the call.
You know, it would be fun if
It's 1-0.
if that error was on the first baseman, so you could have 3 errors at first base by 3 different people.
Well, that was by the third baseman. He's already got an error. Don't
I'm
worry.
saying if that last one was credited to the first baseman.
Oh, yeah. It's true. Would have been a straight line through the diamond of errors.
Yeah. Check game changer in a little bit. Imagine it's going to go.
This one is swung on and sent out to center field. It dies down and lands. Has not able to make the play there. Was Hunsicker.
And just a great piece of hitting there by Barnes. He gets himself into a favorable count, 2-0.
Now batting for the Knights, the second base.
Labels that one out to center. They are really starting to pile on the contact against Lutz.
The Knights are finally taking shape here.
Is there someone up in the bullpen for North Penn?
Yeah, they got someone moving already.
Wow.
It looks like a few people are just getting their arms warm, throwing weighted balls.
My only thought is maybe they have,
for the Knights, number 9.
maybe it's nothing, or
George
maybe they have a
Apostolides.
pitch count for Fontaine they have in mind just because they use him so much.
Yeah, that could be it.
But
Just
it
not
also
wanna
could be nothing.
set a strict limit on them.
It doesn't look like anyone's throwing. Just getting loose. We'll know for Souderton. Given they don't have the benefit of a gate.
Yeah. They are stuck out there in the middle of left field. Some of the teams send out a player just to watch and make sure no fly balls hit them.
It's like a secret service.
So pinch hit, and this one is rolled down the left field line as Apostolides.
Whoa.
I hope I said that right. You know what? I'm going to give you a shot at this.
Ooh, okay. I apologize in advance. I'm going to
Aposto-
go Apostolides.
Apostolides, perfect.
Bang.
Apostolides. So Apostolides with some small ball there, and it's working really well here for the North Penn Knights. He just rolls it down the third base line, and that was enough to get him to first. So now I believe a pinch runner's coming in.
Yeah, this is why you should practice bunts. It pays off so well for North Penn. They use that small ball technique to really the furthest extent I feel like you're going to see. And why does that last name sound so familiar? Have we broadcasted an Apostolides before?
I think it was Apostolides in hockey. But,
That
you know, I
sounds
don't
so
understand the
familiar.
rules of
Base for the Knights,
high school
number
baseball.
29, Matt
Apostolides
Pound.
just batted at 9. I believe he was a pinch hitter, but now Matt Pownell's back at first base running. So, quite
Beautiful
confused.
sport. I want to look this up. I'm almost certain. It was an apostolitis for what would be North Penn hockey. Let's figure this out together.
Sounds good. So a huge at bat here with the bases loaded and 1 out. A double play could be killer, but that's pretty rare to see at this level. Gets the first pitch, strike. Danny Cho coming in a critical spot in this ball game. Calls time. As Kevin Monero, head coach, screaming at Danny, Danny, get out of the box. He did not see the signal from his coach. It's a ball outside, 1-1.
Huge opportunity here for North Penn to really break this one open on Lutz. Still no one moving for Souderton, so they are holding faith in their guy.
So 1-1, a big pitch for Lutz here. Could see that inside slider, try to jam him up a little bit. And we see just that, and a jumping catch, and now the double play. It is
Wow.
In time, and what a play, the highlight reel out of Pollock.
That might have saved the game right there. Check
Sure.
back.
Believe that was Pollock. Yeah, that was Pollock. Just want to make sure. We'll let you know when we get back, make sure we got the right guy. But a beautiful, beautiful play there. And we will be back with more. Don't go anywhere. It's still a 2-0 game after that double play. Souderton Indians get ready to start the top of the fifth here as Jake Radcliffe makes his way to the plate. The pitch from Fontaine, driven out to right field. Backing up is the right fielder. And making the catch is Mason Franek. So 1 pitch, 1 out so far.
Fontaine.
Now batting for the
Uber
Indians,
efficient
third
as always.
baseman, number 2, Johnny Byra.
So Johnny Byra steps to the box. It's a tough game defensively so far, looking to make up for that with some runs.
Just Souderton still unable to really get anything on Fontaine. It was just really proven why he's a St. John's commit every time we've seen him. He is flashy for sure.
1-1 count with 1 out in the inning. Into the windup goes Fontaine. This one swing and driven. DiLorenzo picks it up off the ground and makes the throw to first. Well in time. And they put 2 down here in the inning.
And Fontaine makes these innings quick. Already 2 gone. And they have just done the opposite of what they've needed to do, and that is just be patient in counts and drive his pitch count up.
Patrick Wendell.
When Fontaine hits a certain number, it's a high number, don't get me wrong, especially for high school. But he will bottom out, and they just have not been patient today. It has resulted in a dominating outing.
So Wendell waits on a pitch, gets the call he wanted. It's ball one. The sixth pitch of the inning. He takes. And 2-0. Not finding the border of the zone here is Fontaine.
Yeah, two close ones. Doesn't get the call on either.
And check swings. He did not go, so now 3-0 as he begins to work this count.
First 3-0 by either pitcher today. Especially uncharacteristic for Fontaine.
Wind becoming a fact here. It's a breeze coming in from left field. Gets a strike here. That one was pretty given. And now here comes the battle.
Fontaine trying to work himself back. He's showed such great control over the starts we've gotten to see. And
takes another strike, and he tossed the bat already. He thought he had the call. Usually an umpire's not going to like that too much.
Can't say I blame him. But yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't get a word from the home plate umpire there.
So 3-2, the full count pitch.
Ooh.
Catches a piece of him, and all that work just to take first off of a hit by pitch.
Oh, damn, we got a pretty good look at the body language there. He was not happy he had to get the extra pitch.
Yeah, I mean, he thought he was more than willing to take the pitch without the hit.
See if they decide to be aggressive on the bases here. You've had limited opportunities as is, just your third base runner of the day. So, curious to see if they're going to be aggressive.
So again, this pitch misses the zone. The lefty in the box here. This is Hunsicker.
Very conservative leadoff first base so far.
See how Fontaine manages to deal with the lefty here. This ball is ricocheted back into the mask of Bud Murphy. The assistant coach, I believe that's Frank Yanni, is making some defensive changes here. Getting his team ready, especially for a lefty here. It's now strike. 1-2.
Good job doing what he usually does.
We don't really see a shift right now, so they're not confident that he pulls one way, certainly. Outfield quite in as this one popped up and out of play.
I guess the outfield maybe has a slight shift towards
left
field.
They're slight shift towards left field, but they're well in.
Yeah, they are well in. That was probably the adjustment.
So Fontaine collects himself. The count 1-2. Here's the pitch. Another fouled off. And just trying to survive here is Hunsicker.
The outfield, they're taking extra steps in as Fontaine starts his windup. They are really playing close here. And I can't say I blame them. No one's really been able to square up anything against Fontaine. And I guess they have some sort of scouting report on the lefty.
He's 0 for 1 in this one. Another ball outside. That one was well outside the zone. As 2-2 goes to count. Checks in on the runner at first. This pitch is flung over to Di Lorenzo and making the catch off the blooper. And they get out of the inning unscathed. It's still 2-0 here from North Penn High School as we get ready for the North Penn side of the inning. Don't go anywhere here on the Rally Sports Network. So into the windup here, the throw just too high. If you're just joining us, it's 2-0, North Penn leading. As we continue here into the bottom half of the fifth. DiLorenzo moves out of the way last second, and even we flinched.
I don't know
That
if
pitch
it
was
much of
coming
a
right at us.
we. I'm not gonna lie to you there.
You lean back.
I
This guy hid behind the $1,000 computer.
Yeah, better than a
Real hero.
$3,000 surgery.
There's a cage in front of you, bud.
Yeah, I didn't clock that in the moment. I was
So you
scared.
flinched.
I did flinch. I never said I didn't.
So 2 balls.
We flinched.
DiLorenzo tried the bunt. Checks back in last second. 3-0.
Oh, that was a called ball.
Into the windup, and again, high. Came right at me, and I feel like I'm being targeted as DiLorenzo takes the walk to first base.
I'm surprised they don't have anyone up and moving, as Lutz is at quite the shaky. Only 2 runs on the board, but his control has started to bottom out. There's the 4-pitch walk.
So making some changes here is, I believe Bud Murphy is getting pinch hit. So Kyle Bonner coming in his place.
So insurance run here for North Penn would be huge. As they try to ease up the workload for Fontaine, and they're 2 for 2 on stolen bases and already early aggressiveness. They've got to beat on Lutz.
So this one rolls down the third base line, and no one knew who was going to grab it. So a little miscommunication, but now the throwback to second is not in time. They tried to get him running off the base after he didn't slide, but Hoffman and Byra finding some trouble there.
And if we have learned anything from doing these North Penn games, that if you are a high school baseball coach, practice bunts with your players. North Penn has done it better than any team they've faced, and they have taken advantage of it in every game we've seen. As they just aren't prepared for it most of the time. The opposing team, that is.
So batting in someone's place here is Trey Brennan. He'll be batting in the place of Jace Hopowitz. I don't know if he's been pinch hit.
He did run last time, though, correct?
Yes, I believe he is getting pinch hit. So Trey Brennan is batting either way. As he's going to show bunt here, the outfielder. Trying to play some small ball. But takes a strike there as he thought he had a piece of it.
It's just North Penn. They know their strength in the small ball, and they do it more than anyone else and better than anyone else that we've seen. They got 2 on, no out because of it. And the bunting with 2 strikes here.
So the good old 2-strike bunt. We'll see how this goes. And it works perfectly. Someone goes over to the pitcher's mound, and Lutz is not able to make the play. So small ball for the win there. No outs in the inning, and we got the bases loaded with Grayson Fontaine making his way to the plate.
I mean, I love it. North Penn knows their strengths, and they are playing to them.
Grayson Fontaine.
Just a perfectly placed bunt with 2 strikes. And Souderton has no answers. There's nothing they could have done there. The infield played very in.
So swing and a miss there for the first pitch as Lutz has found some success in working himself out of these jams. But he's going to need his infield to back him up if that's going to be the way he wants to do it. The infield very in as this one is now swung on and sent down the first base line. He has plenty of room to make a play, but this is going to go off and into the bullpen. Wendell not able to make the play.
And Lutz You got to either lean on your swing and miss stuff here or try and get a ground ball. Just anything to try and keep that run from third scoring. Last time he got very lucky on what was a great play from a shortstop, Pollock. See what he does this time.
So the pitch. He checks, swings, and now moves out of the way. Another diving play at home, and he is safe. And DiLorenzo holding his hand immediately after the play, but made a great play that was. As Hoffman tried to dive in there to make the out and not in time. So DiLorenzo comes in clutch, and it is now a 3-0 ball game after that drop strike.
And good to see DiLorenzo get up. That was a bang play, quite literally at the plate.
Was that a drop third strike? It was a drop third strike,
It was
right?
a drop third strike. I believe he tagged him.
Okay, he did tag him. So I was going to say, we never got to throw to first, so you just walk out of the base path?
I think either that or on his way to diving to the plate, he may have tagged him. Like tag and then jump.
Gotcha.
I believe it was out of the base pad, though.
The Cat 10 bat. This ball is in the dirt and thinking about going home there was Kyle Bonner.
Just good job getting in front of that one. Keeping it from scoring another run. Because you just can't afford any more of these self-enforced errors for Souderton. They already got 3 counted.
Some movement in the pen as Ethan Lesh is going to go out for Souderton and start getting warmed up.
There's someone throwing for North Penn.
As now a bunt down the third base line. It's going to roll foul. So just thought he had it, but he's going to make his way back to the box. It's 1-1.
It's the first bunt they haven't succeeded on today. Someone is also moving for North Penn. We can't see who because of an advertisement for the Tygon Taxi.
Not the Tygon Taxi.
Or that's the Tygon Cart, actually.
So look at that.
Or the Tygon Go-Kart. Golf cart. Third time's the charm.
There you go.
Look at the
Check
alignment
swing
here for Souderton. The shortstop has played 3 feet to the right of the pitcher.
Yeah, he is quite close. So he's definitely expecting a bunt on this play. With 1-2 in the count.
Surprised he's still there with 2 strikes.
Gets ready. The pitch. He holds off. Now 2-2.
You got to imagine for Pollock at short, that is terrifying.
Yeah, no, that is a dangerous position to stand.
Especially with 2 strikes when he's only shown bunt, the one time.
So 2-2 with 1 out in the inning.
Guess you got to do something.
Hoffman gets ready and catches a pitch low. It's 3-2.
Do not want to walk him loaded again here. But again, North Penn working the count like they've done all day long.
Only 1 out. Double play opportunity, not really present.
There's no forces.
So 3-2. This pitch is swung on down to the third baseman. The throw home is out. Not in time was the runner. As Kyle Bonner not able to stretch it out for a run.
A really close play at the plate there. North Penn thought he was safe, obviously.
Number 4.
Interesting decision to throw home. I was assuming he was just going to allow that run to score. That could have easily been ruled safe at home.
Some defensive changes as runners on the corners, 2 outs.
Pollock still played.
So Wyatt Pope coming in to run at first base.
Still setting up on the infield grass here. That is. Now he's
moving away, Nick.
Okay, now they do back up to a more regular alignment. The corners are in, though.
Runner goes to second, and he's going to hold off on the throw. They were trying to get him off
Probably the smart
to
decision.
throw the ball to second so that they could steal home. I think we saw.
I think we saw North Penn pull that off. No,
I think we saw a team pull that off on North Penn actually.
one of the two.
So heads up over by the track and field area. It's always a dangerous spot to stand. They knew immediately to cover their heads.
And yet they always stand close to the field. Or close to the gate.
So Franek 0 for 2 in this game. Watches a ball. 2-1. The windup goes Lutz and just missed Franek. That was on trajectory to hit him and then immediately broke away. Again, that slider.
Just hasn't found consistent command of it. And North Penn has done, like I've said, a great job just not interrupting him when he's making a mistake. Just taking the balls, running up his pitch count.
3-1 pitch. Driven and foul.
I guess the safest member on the track and field team will be the one in the discus.
So 3-2, 2 outs. Runners at third and second. The pitch is bounced along the line and caught by Lutz. The throw to first is in time, and they get out of the inning, only allowing 1. As North Penn leaves 2 runners stranded, we'll move on to the top half of the 6th. Don't go anywhere here on the Rally Sports Network.
Josiah Citrulli.
So welcome back here to North Penn High School. Daniel McDevitt, joined by Ethan DeWhitney and Ethan Lavolsi on the camera. So this one bunted and rolled past the foul line.
Trying to emulate North Penn's strategy there.
Yeah, quite exactly.
Surprised teams don't do that more against Fontaine, as we haven't really seen any of the teams that he's faced other than Central Bucks West, and they only had that for a couple innings, be able to consistently square up his pitches.
So Stachulek in the box. Launches on a pitch from Fontaine, and now calling for it as a center fielder, Christian Barnes, and now a mix-up with the left fielder. Danny Cho and Christian Barnes mix up. And you can sense the anger out of Kevin Monero and justified completely.
You can do more than sense it. I'm hoping that didn't come over the air. And it just looks like neither of them, center fielder usually takes priority there, but just the slight hesitation, not usually, always does. And they both hesitated and the ball dropped. I believe it hit off the glove of the center fielder, which is what makes it an error.
Yeah, I mean, you always see, I mean, Christian Barnes, this one well over the head of Grayson Fontaine, and now rolling down the first base line. In comes the runner, is scoring, and Stachelek is going to get there standing. So Wisnowski with an RBI double to finally get on the board here for the Indians. It's 3-1.
It looks like Fontaine might have reached that point that we've seen him reach in his previous starts, where just later into the game in the 5th, 6th, 7th innings, he just bottoms out.
I don't know what North Penn was having a word with the umpire about, but they seem to have some kind of conversation. But yeah, so as I was saying, I mean, Christian Barnes was playing into left field, so you got to imagine that gap play is going to be his, and just need to be more vocal about it.
And it just looks like we're starting to reach that point for Fontaine that we've seen in the previous starts, where once we hit these later innings, he just has a lot of trouble keeping his command, keeping his consistency. And Souderton jumping all over that. Now only down by 2 with the tying run at the plate. Still no outs.
So a huge make or break moment here for the Indians, or sorry, for the Knights this inning. It's checking back in at the runner at second. Into his windup and finds the zone.
Nice pitch.
Yeah, the slider working for him well there.
It's got a similar, like, violence to it that Lutz's did in the break that it has. Just that sharp break. But he's just been able to locate it more consistently.
Time called is stepping out of the box there is Devens.
He's got to pass the torch here for Devens. He can't try and get it all back with one swing. Just make contact, give it to the next guy.
Another slider, almost looking exactly like Lutz. This time he doesn't get the call.
Oh, it's a bit lower, a bit more outside. Souderton steadily trying to get better at working these counts against Fontaine. He's had the advantage in almost all of them today. But now in the biggest at-bat of the night, or the day rather, got to be more patient.
It can be the biggest at-bat of the night, you know?
Yeah, 5:32.
I think 32.
I think we're pushing it, honestly, but maybe the afternoon.
We're pulling into supper time, you know?
Yeah. My bedtime.
So 2-1. As Devens takes a pitch, and it's called for a strike, 2-2. So Wisnowski on second. Souderton really needing some hits here. They've got to find a way to breach the unbreakable wall that is Fontaine. But this is the time to do it. As this one is lifted out into the right center field gap. Franick plays the ball and now throws into his cutoff man, and this one's going to roll back home. The cutoff man was able to receive it. He probably could have got that throw to second. So now with double here for Devens, and Wisnowski is at third.
See, Wisnowski had to wait to see if that ball would drop, so he's not able to score, but great base runnings by Devens to, at least I assume he noticed that that ball was going to sail over the cutoff man's head.
Up steps to the plate is the go-ahead run, Pollock. As Kevin Monero coming out to have word with Brighton Fontaine, and this might be the end of his night.
And I wonder if, for Souderton, if you consider bunting here. Like you've seen North Penn do to you so many times.
So they're going to keep him out there, believe.
I don't know if they have anyone warmed up.
Yeah, nobody's warmed up yet, so.
In the 5th, but it was not for long.
Could have been just to keep warm.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. We can't see much into the North Penn bullpen because of the advertisement and because of the fencing. So it looks like they're just having a word.
I mean, there's not much adjustment you can make. You've seen this in almost every game we've broadcasted for North Penn. I mean, there's just trouble Fontaine later into the game.
He just has a tipping point around these. It usually happens in the 5th or 6th.
Yeah, 6th or 7th inning. I didn't do it on purpose, okay, I swear. But it's definitely not the 5th inning. I mean, he's still got strong in the 5th inning. command. But the 7th inning, 6-7, seemed to be his toughest inning.
Yeah, how many people just unsubscribed?
If you're enjoying today's broadcast, make sure you subscribe to the Rally Sports Network. Help keep high school sports possible here on the Rally Sports Network. As this ball is now driven out to right field, and that finds a perfect point. So 1 run scores. Here comes the 2nd run in there standing. As this is a tied game, it's 3-3.
And that is one of the best pieces of hitting we've seen against Fontaine all season. He lasered that thing out to right field. Stand-up double, both runners score standing.
Indians, the catcher, number 23.
And I wonder how much more leeway they're going to give Fontaine here. And it looks like this might be it.
So I believe that's going to be it. And here comes from the bullpen, number 30, Ryland Weed, I believe. Oh, sorry. No, actually, I think they're keeping him in.
Wow. And this has, I think, been the one place that North Penn has just yet to get down how much of a leash to give Fontaine. I don't know why they're not taking him out here. But
so it's a 3-3 game here in the top of the 6th. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back with you here on the Rally Sports Network in just a minute. So, pulled from the game is Brighton Fontaine, and as we expected, out comes Ryland Weed. First pitch by him is a strike fouled off. And so, the box for Brighton Fontaine not officially closes. He is responsible for the runner on second, but given right now, he has pitched 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. I believe it will go down as only 5.1 innings pitched.
It would be 5+. Just he doesn't have any outs.
Okay. Yep, just 5.
And they got another guy warming up. It was 55. We just saw step into the bullpen. Get the name on that in a moment.
No, we won't because there's no 55 on this roster.
All right. Someone has snuck onto the field.
So 1-1 is the count. No outs in the inning, and the go-ahead run at second.
Is there a 45?
Could be a 45, yeah. Nope, can't it be?
All right.
So another ball outside. It's 2-1. And North Penn really just needing help from their bullpen here.
See if Lutz comes back out for Souderton. I didn't see anyone warming up for the Indians. We'll see if he'll carry this game into the sixth. And I'm surprised that's not a balk. I feel like that's closer to a balk than the one that was called.
They're really arguing for a balk, but they said it was because the ball hit the ground.
I'm not sure. I think they're just going to credit him with the disengagement. And obviously this isn't the MLB. He gets as many of those as he wants, at least to my understanding.
What if he did it 40 times?
I guess he could.
Okay. Good to know.
Pranking North Penn.
So this ball is ricocheted back, and the other ball is still up there in the caging. So 2-2 is the count, no outs. Trying to work his way out of this is Rylan Weed.
That ball is still up there. I'm kind of surprised. I now feel the need to fulfill my promise. Can we do it?
Put your money where your mouth is. Climb the fence.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. So Rylan Weed checks back in on the runner at second. Into the windup. This one is swung on out to center field. Christian Barnes is charging and not able to make the catch, and that's a huge error as now the left fielder is going to pick it up. The go-ahead run comes in to score, and Souderton has taken the lead here in the sixth.
And Barnes, I'm not quite sure what happened out there in center. I thought he was going to have that one and even have a chance at a double play, but I think he might have just lost it in the sun, and you can see he's giving himself a hard time out there in center.
I'm not even giving the argument that was lost in the sun. I mean, the sun's in over by the football stadium right now. He was charging forward to where there's no sun.
Yeah, no, that could have been the sun.
He slowed up before the play and then began running.
Just a mental error. And I do think that is going to be credited as a hit. They're saying it hit the ground first.
Yeah, I can get the official word on that in just a second.
That does close Fontaine's line.
No, so it's going to be an error on Christian Barnes.
So they just haven't updated it here yet.
Swing and a miss there. It's 0-1.
Souderton taking the lead for the first time, and we have seen this be a consistent issue with North Penn holding leads.
So another implosion here out of North Penn in this game.
To a smaller extent, it was a 5-run comeback for CB West. Now Souderton looking to pull off what would be a 3-run comeback in the 6th inning.
Time called, and the pitch still comes.
It's a late time.
Yeah, that was a very late time.
Now you're starting to hear some chirps from the Souderton dugout.
So 1 strike, no outs yet in this inning. Hoffman's at second, waiting for the move. Radcliffe up to the plate, and he launches a ball out to center field. Christian Barnes is under it. He's calling for it, now backs up and makes the catch.
There we go.
So first out of the inning on the board.
Hard to believe that is the first out.
Now batting for the Indians, the third baseman, number 2, Johnny Byra.
So change is being made. They're moving the left fielder farther out to the left. More towards the third base line as here comes the pitch. This one is high for a ball.
And with the struggles North Penn has had offensively, it is even more paramount to try and hold this to a 1-run lead and prevent any more insurance for Souderton from crossing the plate. I mean, maybe you could get one more off Lutz, but they have not had an easy time in the games that we've seen, especially in the later innings, scoring runs.
So disengages here and checks back in on the runner at second. Hoffman is back there well in time. He was only a few steps off the bag.
And there is actually a pitcher warming up for Souderton.
Could be too long of a break here for Lutz. He hasn't really had much time to sit. So, tried to bunt this one.
And Fontaine's
At
innings
1-1.
have usually been quick. Obviously, this one not the case. 4 runs across the board, still just 1 out.
So Byra looking to score an insurance run for his squad here. There's 1 out here in the top of the 6th. And a swing of the miss. It's a 1-2 game. 1 out in the inning.
Huge pitch here trying to get it what would be a massive second out.
Ball outside. It's 2-2.
And Rhode Island just, these bullpen pitchers for North Penn don't often see much time with Fontaine starts with how deep he goes into games. He's got to settle in quickly, being thrown into the fire, responsible for that runner at second.
So a swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. So he records the 2nd out of the inning. And now hoping to record another one here and make this only a 1-run ball game for his squad.
Yeah, it's a huge swing and a miss there for Ryland Weed. Trying to limit the damage and give his guys a chance. They still have 6 out to work with on the other side, but you got to get out of the top of the inning first.
So coming back from the bullpen is the players warming up for Souderton. I believe the player warming up was Gavin Wisnowski. So critical pitch here, the 0-1. Out of the zone, it's 1-1.
Just Souderton trying to be more patient, trying to get the pitch that they want. That is what Fontaine did so well, was just pound the zone. Now he's out. It's just a hard thing to live up to.
So the 1-2 with 2 outs. Wendell
High pressure pitch here for Ryland.
awaiting the pitch. And here comes, he check swings but doesn't go. It's 2-2.
It's the pressure mounting with each pitch here. Good job taking that, holding back your swing, evening up the count. Again, just doing anything you can to score that insurance run from second.
So disengages and checks in on the runner at second.
I mean, maybe I'm reading this wrong, but he hasn't shown much signs of going to jump third. He's just keeping a very close eye on him. Now he's dancing.
Swing and a miss, they struck him out. So a brutal inning here for North Penn as they let up for the Souderton Indians. Have the lead as we get ready for the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back to North Penn High School. Daniel McDevitt joined by Ethan Whitney, Lavolsi on camera as we get ready for a huge bottom of the sixth inning. Christian Barnes step into the box.
A third Ethan entering the arena, this time for the pitching staff of Souderton. It is Ethan, I'm trying to find that last name.
Ethan Lesh.
Lesh.
So Ethan Lesh in the ball game. As that finds a piece of the zone, 0-1.
Closest thing to a scouting report we have on him is he's got a A-tier name and Josh Allen's jersey number.
Okay.
So, you're welcome, everyone at home.
Bringing the hard-hitting news. 1-1.
That and our weather reports are just really unbeaten here.
That reminds me, we haven't got a weather report yet. Come on, man.
Come on, man. You make these graphics.
Let's take a check-in.
We'll segue into that after this.
Later.
A lot better than last time as a preview for what I'm sure the audience has been waiting for.
So here comes the pitch. This one is driven out to right field. Right fielder's going back to play it. Wisnowski's under it, and he doesn't make the catch. So this one now rolling, and he might stretch it for a triple. He's going to stay at third, standing, and Christian Barnes, what a way to get the rough play that happened on the other half of the inning out of your mind and come up clutch for your team like that.
Yeah, way to pay off your debts in one swing for Christian Barnes. Just crushed that one out to right field, able to keep it fair.
6, Patrick Walker.
And again, this game is just flipped on its head.
Yeah, that is the response you need there.
7th hit of the day for North Penn, along with 3 errors, so it's felt like a lot more.
So North Penn not going down without a fight. A first at-bat triple.
Whoa.
And this one now launches back, and Christian Barnes going to try to go home, and he is in safely. As it is a tied ball game. Ethan Lesh not able to make the catch nor the tag. 4-4.
I mean, it is a vibe like no other in that dugout.
Yeah, they are fired up right now after Christian Barnes takes a tour around the bases.
I heard what I could only describe as a banshee scream come from the dugout, and it only took 3 pitches for North Penn to tie up this game again. I mean, that is just incredible work with a speed run. And now they got a 2-0 count, chance to take the lead and hand it off to whoever they choose as their closer. Obviously, I'm thinking far ahead here, but
yeah, so basically a brand new inning as the 2-0 pitch finds a piece of the zone. It's 2-1.
I mean, tangible excitement here. I mean, that was awesome to see that happen. This game playing out in dramatic fashion. I mean, North Penn's offense in the later innings has been one of their biggest issues. That's what we saw stall out against Central Bucks West. But not this time, at least not so far.
This one is popped up and out of play.
Unless just got to settle down here after
Patrick Walker here.
Such a disastrous start.
And a big moment.
Ooh.
As that's going to ring him up, and that was like on a string. I don't even know how that.
Now batting for
that was crazy.
Yeah,
I don't have words for it.
Show.
Fans behind us don't love the call.
I mean,
they've been giving that all day, for better or for worse.
It's definitely the latter. As that one's going to be a ball. 1 out in the inning.
Speak your truth.
Just put it out there. 1-0. Low in the zone. 2-0.
Just Lesh falling behind these batters. North Penn, I feel like a broken record, but they have been incredible at work in the count today.
This pitch is driven back off the caging. So into the windup. This is low and in the zone, or low and out of the zone, my mistake.
And got to be eager to swing on this pitch. Aleshi's had a very hard time locating. You might get a pitch to crush here. Or ball 4.
Ball 4 as that ball is high. And now North Penn with a speedy runner at first. Danny Cho.
Now, for the night,
Here comes the bat. Mason DiLorenzo came up big earlier, scoring what I believe was the first run of the game. Yeah, I want to say it was the first run of the game. And that was from a walk, no?
It was a balk.
No.
Yes, it was.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, he had the diving play.
No, that was the second run.
Okay, then he had the second run of the ball game.
Oh, for North Penn.
Yes.
Yes, for North Penn, he was the first run. I was thinking the first run of the game. But they're 2 for 2 on
North
steals
Penn still
so
had the
far.
first run of the game.
That was on the balk.
That one was on the
I
balk,
was
I think.
flipping up the scoreboards. Yes.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong side. Or
Yes,
wrong,
yes.
top or bottom.
So the bunt works perfectly, but they're going to get to throw it first. And 2 outs in the inning as DiLorenzo not able to place that bunt perfectly. And it was completely vertical bat
Yeah.
to hit that ball.
I mean, I guess he executed the sacrifice. But North Penn,
Now here comes Will Rittenhouse
possibly winning run in scoring position for Rittenhouse.
getting pitch hit into this one.
Started in the other games. So this is a heck of a pinch hitter. So I believe, like I mentioned, he is a starter in the other 3 games we've done.
Ball 1. He just needs something to drop in the outfield. That's all he needs here in this situation. Here comes the pitch. Ball 2.
Lesh just, again, falling behind early. A motif for Souderton's pitching staff tonight.
So into the windup. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he gets the first strike of the at-bat. We forgot to mention the final line for Lutz as he finished with 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. So he had a great day out on the bump.
8 Ks. He had the swing and miss working. Ooh.
And that caught a piece of him as he's going to be able to take a base.
Watching out on that left hand there.
And now force out at any base, but not the plate.
Trey Brennan.
So Trey Brennan steps up once again here in this at-bat. And with a runner at first and second, I think he's going to get critical. So let's take a look over at the weather.
A critical hit by a pitch there. As we take a look at the weather, a much nicer day for baseball here in Lansdale. 69 degrees at first pitch with a slight wind. And now here we are at 6 o'clock sitting at 68. It says partly cloudy on the graphic, but here we are at 6. It is still perfectly sunny. And just great baseball weather. We're not freezing here. Not even in a booth, just behind home plate.
Not even many clouds in the sky. You see a few cirrus clouds off in the distance.
A few rockets.
Some alto cumulus.
You take a class on this recently or something? Trying to say something?
No, I'm just smarter than you.
You're just smarter than me. I think we learned that in the 2nd grade. Or the 1st grade, I think it was. Lavolsi, was it 1st or 2nd at Goodnow that we did the clouds? Was it 1st or 2nd grade at Goodnow that we learned clouds?
Like I said, one more time.
Was it 1st or 2nd grade at Goodnow that we learned clouds? Or was it kindergarten?
Dude, I learned clouds in 8th grade.
So that's going to say a lot about the public school system.
Council Rock Elementary or Council Rock School District, ladies and gentlemen.
We love Council Rock South.
Wait, did you move here?
North.
Oh, you moved here. Okay, that explains it.
Yeah, I transferred here in 2nd grade.
Okay, that explains
Transferred
it.
here to North Penn? Come on, clarify.
No,
Council Rock North.
Council Rock.
There you
Council
go.
Rock
Come on.
School
Elementary,
District.
Council Rock School District.
You can always teach new things, you know? There's a lot of changes on the first base line. It's like 4 people out there talking. A bunch of the coaching staff from North Penn and a bunch of the players.
Back to
So it looked like the trainer had a word with North Penn player Will Rittenhouse after he's having some discomfort with his wrist there. So now here comes Trey Brennan.
Did he stay in? I think he did. Or he may not have. Can't tell.
So here comes the pitch, low, and it's 1-0.
Missing low a lot. He's got to get out of this. Keep this game tied. But North Penn wants to hand it off to the closer. Get out of here with what would be their first win in Rally Sports Network history. For baseball, that is.
As this ball is popped up down to the third base line. Runners coming home, and this one is caught, so it is a 4-4 ball game here as we head into the final 7th inning, but could not be final. We're still tied up. We'll see what shakes down here as we get ready for the top of the 7th. So now coming in to pitch here in the 7th is Jake Nunn here in Lansdale, Pennsylvania. It's a 4-4 game, and it's got some huge standings implications.
Yeah, you see here on our graphic, you see North Penn and Souderton right next to each other at 4 and 5 in conference play for North Penn, 6 and 3 for Souderton. So this win doesn't necessarily determine everything, as if I'm reading this correctly, Souderton will still have their 3rd place spot.
But the series will.
The series will, yes. CB West and Penridge ahead of the 2 of them. Penridge on a 5-game win streak, but lots on the line here for Suburban 1 baseball broader implications. And something worth noting at the break, we saw Rittenhouse being checked up on outside the dugout. No word on if he'll come back into the game. We don't see him out there now. They were looking at that left wrist. but I am, again, no word,
So we'll put the Q.
but assuming he is out.
We'll put the Q on it.
The Q, yeah, questionable to return for Rittenhouse. It's a huge
Some
inning
movement
here.
in the pen as well. They're going to have some guys getting up and stretch.
Yeah, imagine you want to have a multitude of guys ready to go in case one falters.
Leading off for the Indians, the center fielder, number 9, Charlie Hunsaker.
So Hunsinger gets ready as the go-ahead run. He steps into the box. His first pitch out of the zone.
I feel like left-handed batters, we haven't seen, I think it might just be the one, but they've gotten a lot more of a hitter-friendly strike zone.
This one is launched out up and above the second baseman, and immediately they're going to get a runner on base. So Pollock not able to make the play, and
I mean, there's your potential
sorry,
winning
not
run.
Pollock. What am I saying?
Thinking I saw it.
Yeah,
The shortstop
Now
position.
batting for the Indians, the designated
Pasawicki.
hitter, number 13, Josiah Stachelik.
But there's your possible winning run. Standing at first base. They haven't tried to steal all day long. And he has quite the quick windup, so I'd be surprised if they do it here. But anything is possible.
Pasawick. Said that correctly, I think.
We'll go with it.
So 1-0 in the count. Gets a sign, and now the bunt. It rolls down the first base line, and foul territory. So 1-1.
I mean, you can just tell from seeing the opposing teams trying to do it and seeing North Penn do these bunts. They just clearly put a lot more effort into that across the offseason, across practices.
Yeah, North Penn is, they've
whole
kind of
lineup,
mastered it.
Yeah, the whole lineup has it down to a T. And it is just such a tactical advantage that they frequently take advantage of. And why wouldn't you?
So another bunt. This one popped behind the plate. And so 1-2.
Just got to settle down here for the new pitcher. Getting thrown in, already the leadoff runner. Souderton going to try and get in your head. Got to stay calm.
Gets his pitch, and now here comes the bunt once again. This one sent over to the pitcher. Nunn picks it up, throws to first, and it's there in time. So 1 out in the inning and a runner on second. So both squads happy with what they got. They trade an advanced runner for an out.
Yeah, there's the sacrifice Souderton was looking for, the possible winning run now in scoring position. As Wisnowski comes up, looking to play hero, and then close it out in the bottom of the inning. Interested to see who Souderton will go with, but we'll get there when we get there.
So this pitch is launched out to center field. Barnes trying to play it. It hits the ground. He throws in to the cutoff man. They hold the runner at third, and now runners on the corners as North Penn luckily get out of that situation without letting up a run.
Yeah, that ball was laced out to center field. There was a slight bit of hesitation by the runner. I don't think he would have scored regardless.
I don't know, man. If I was Hunsicker in that moment, I'm going.
Just full speed ahead?
Full speed ahead.
But instead now 90 feet away. See what strategies they deploy here. So I'm curious to see if they'll try and swipe second here. And if there will even be a throw down to try and stop him.
So runner goes almost immediately, and they're not going to make a throw, but that pitch called for a strike either way. Evan Devens.
And as much as you'd probably like to make the throw there, you know that runner is probably breaking from third if you do. So that puts the go-ahead at third and insurance at second.
So this pitch low. Now the count goes 1-1. So runners at first and second, second and third. The insurance run at second, the go-ahead run at third.
You got to be trying to get some swing and miss pitches here. The absolute one thing you cannot do here for Souderton is strike out.
This one is sent up and over the head of the third baseman, Waynick. He's not able to make the play, but now the throw from Cho is going to find the cutoff man, and Souderton have a 2-run lead here in the top of the 6th.
And that is just exactly what they were looking for. A hard hit over the head of the third baseman. Nothing he could have done about it. It scores both runners. And Souderton, after just looking shut down for 5 innings, have a commanding 2-run lead.
The second baseman, number 8, Brett Pollock.
And you still only have 1 out in the inning. And North Penn's bullpen proving to be a weak point once again.
So Evan Devins comes up clutch with a 2 RBI single, and now this one gets past the catcher.
Might have had him too. He did not get a great jump. And coach,
Some words, coming from Kevin Monero. He is not happy with his squad here. This has just been so many mistakes.
You know, understandable frustration for sure. I mean, Souderton has a chance to walk out of here with 3 errors and a win. And they're going to say that hit him.
Yeah, they're going to say they got a piece of him, so he's going to get a bag.
Wow. And no contention, from the catcher. That probably got him.
The catcher, number 23,
get him.
Colson Hoffman.
So courtesy runner is going to be A.J. Pisoni going to first, and then...
Is this it, or is it just a visit?
Running at
23rd.
For
this
the
is
Indians, number 1, A.J. Pisoni.
Pisoni. Mistaken that one.
44 comes out to pitch for North Penn. So they cut him off, and Monero letting him hear it on the mound. He is visibly frustrated.
So they fall behind here again, and Souderton once again take the lead here in these late innings. Out coming to pitch is Bobby DeVito, and he had a troubling entrance when he played CB West. But either way, we're going to step away for a break, and we'll be back with you here on the Rally Sports Network in just a minute. So back to play here as Bobby DeVito takes the mound for the North Penn Knights. And up to bat is Colson Hoffman, the catcher. This one is now launched out to left field. Left fielder coming in on it, trying to make the play, and he makes the catch as Danny Cho able to get the second out of the inning.
Couple of hats going flying there in the outfield. But that is a huge second out on his first pitch.
Now batting for the Indians.
And I think just from a mental standpoint, that is so huge for a new pitcher coming into this game. And we saw the last guy just feels like he got into his own head pretty quickly after it was just that disastrous start. But not this time. He's trying to limit the damage, give his guys a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the inning.
Jake Radcliffe up to bat. So he gets a strike there. The slider just caught a piece of the zone.
And the pitchers have clearly picked up on the fact that they are getting that inside part of the zone against right-handed pitchers, and they are exploiting it, especially with those sliders.
Almost the exact same pitch there. And now he leads the count with 2 strikes. Vito winds up the pitch and check swings. He did not. And now the runners are going to advance second to third. And
what?
Hold on. I guess they're going to say that was a drop third strike.
Did the umpire not say he didn't swing?
That's what I thought.
Wow.
So he checked in and asked for the check swing, and the appeal was he didn't swing, but it was a drop third strike. So interesting scene there. But either way, Souderton take the lead. It's a 6-4 ball game. And now the final 3 outs, they hope not to be, for the North Penn Knights are up to come. Don't go anywhere on the Rally Sports Network.
Number 34.
Welcome back to the Rally Sports Network as we get ready for the bottom of the 7th. Grayson Fontaine up to bat, and a pitching change at the mound is in the pitch comes Charlie Hunsicker. He moves from his spot at center field and now is moving in to close this game.
See the nerves out there on the mound. All you need is 3 outs and complete.
Or sorry, not Hunsicker. My mistake. Coming in to pitch is Ben Pollock. So over at second base is now Boyd.
It was a long huddle from the North Penn dugout as we cut away. And they know they just do not want to blow away another lead like this that has cost them so many games already.
So a 6-4 ball game. This ball is low. It's 2-0. One outside the zone, 3-0.
Interested to see if he's greenlit the swing here. I wouldn't imagine, but with a new pitcher on the mound, 3-0 count, chance to do some damage. Maybe we see something unexpected. And he did,
Strike called.
It seemed like he was looking for something, but held off. 3-1.
Another ball, so he's going to aboard the first base after taking a walk. And he stands in as just a piece in the puzzle as they're down 2. Now up comes the tying run, Logan Waynick.
Waynick steps in, representing the tying run, the winning run on deck.
Running at first base.
And it looked like, not quite sure if you picked this up, but it looked like the pitcher tried to almost quick pitch him there.
So Brian Ziffley now going to first base.
He tried to quick pitch him on what was the 4th ball, as he was in the windup before he could even get the bat to his shoulders. So we'll see if we see more of that.
So Logan Waynick comes in a huge spot. Is he just trying to give Ben Pollock a break here? 6-4, no outs. A runner on first. That runner, as I said, is Brian Ziffley.
Big first strike there.
So
Don't want to fall
0-1.
behind again if you're Souderton. Or see the aggressiveness level here.
So having a word for the umpire, they were saying it was too high. And the argument definitely could be made. It's now a ball there. It's 1-1.
Doesn't look like we'll see a steal. It would be a risky maneuver as you risk losing the tying run being at the plate. But they've been somewhat aggressive today. But it's
Another ball outside the zone. It's 2-1.
That one's similar to the first pitch. So I'm not quite sure where the difference comes in there. But regardless, 2-1.
The 2-1 pitch is low, and the argument can be made that that's a walk.
Yeah.
But the first pitch just called a strike.
That's just his second 3-1 count in 2 batters, and that has been the issue with really all the relief pitchers we've seen. They have just struggled to locate. They cannot find their command. They cannot find consistency in their command. It cost North Penn, and now it might be costing Souderton. Oh.
That was called for a strike. Just found a piece of the zone, and Logan Waynick thought he was going to take a walk there. So now a huge pitch. The count's full. Waynick steps in into the windup. Here comes the payoff pitch. That one is low, and he gets the walk. And he gets some extra pitches while he's at it. So they get him up to 10 pitches. And now Waynick is on second. Brian Diffley's on second. Waynick is at first. And up steps Mason Franick.
Yeah, there was no doubt on that pitch whether that was a ball or a strike. And now the winning run steps into the batter's box. Still no outs.
Gets his pitch. Shows bunt. The small ball as he pulls back on that one, but gets the called strike.
North Penn doing what they do best. And Souderton has found no answer for it today. And now in the biggest moment of the game.
And there is no one at second base right now in that little gap, as the first baseman has moved all the way down the first base line. The second baseman, Boyd, is playing first base.
I mean, I can't even necessarily say I blame them. Now, with 2 strikes, I think that's risky.
So if anything is just driven through that second base area, that is a easy possible double.
And you see they were looking to shift back, but then he showed.
So now here comes the bunt. Pitcher makes the play. Pollock's going to make the throw to first in time. And so the runners advance. They have runners at second and third. And they are going to need another miracle here out of Christian Barnes.
They're going to intentionally walk.
And he's getting intentionally walked.
Wow.
So now they're going to load the bases, and quite the move. I mean, that's a little risky, but now a play at any base.
I mean, the positive is you got to force it anywhere. The negative is you just put the winning run on base. And I guess another positive is you don't have to face a guy who's kind of had your number today. But that is an interesting decision for sure, and one that, one way or another, we will look back on when this game's over, sooner or later.
So Christian Barnes was 2 for 3 in this game. And he's going to get a walk there. So only 3 at-bats for him most likely in this game.
But yeah, now the tying run in scoring position, the winning run at first, and it's a speedy runner at that. Your center fielder.
So now here comes.
Here we go.
Oh, sorry. No, he's going to take it to disengagement. No pitch coming just yet. It's Chase Paskowicz.
Moments you dream
Steps
of here.
in as the hero with one out. It's a ball low.
See, and that's the other risky part of walking Barnes. You've had a pitcher with command issues, and now you've got nowhere to put him.
Yeah, so now, I mean, you can't even pitch around him. You've got to give him something to hit here because of the fact you can't allow a walk. So very questionable move as this one is driven and fouled towards the Souderton dugout.
I mean, at the very least, it's showing a lot of faith in your guy on the mound. And we'll see if that pays off. You still only need 2 more outs. A ground ball could end it.
Pollock with the weight of the world on his shoulders right now. 1-1. This pitch finds the corner. And now 1-2.
That's a good pitch. He's just trying to settle in here. So obviously, you can only imagine the nerves he's feeling right now.
This pitch finds his zone and he strikes him out. So a huge strikeout there for Pollock. And now, up steps Danny Cho, the sophomore, in what is the biggest moment of the game. He's had 2 walks already, but he's 0 for 2 when he's hitting. This one is swung on, gets past the third baseman. First runner's going to score, and now the bases still stay loaded, and it is a 1-run ball game, so 6-5. And with the bases loaded, now comes Mason DiLorenzo.
For the Knights, the shortstop, number 1, Mason DiLorenzo.
I mean, you couldn't have scripted this any more cinematically for DiLorenzo. 2 out, bases loaded, trying to avoid another collapse. You feel like your heart stops as the third baseman charged there.
And drops that ball, but called for a strike. Is 0-1. He just needs a walk here to tie things up. Now, in the bottom of the 7th, the pitch. Holds off and gets the ball call.
Barnes at second in scoring position. He represents your winning run. The runner on first, for lack of a better term, doesn't matter. It's all about Barnes at second and the runner at third.
So 1-1.
Oh,
As this one gets past him, runner's going home. The play at the plate, he is out, and this game is over. Souderton slammed the door shut, and this game is over. And oh man, what a way to end it. Going to the plate there
Souderton Indians 6
was Waynick,
5.
and it was not the move. So a final score of 6-5. Don't go anywhere, as we're going to get some word as we get our post-game interview. We'll be back with you with final line scores and our post-game interview coming right up. Dan McDevitt joined by Ethan Whitney, and we got a special guest here in the booth, Evan Divins. As Evan, you came up clutch in this game. I mean, you had the 2 game-winning runs. Take us through what you were saying that led you to such a big moment today.
I'm just feeling really good at the plate at this point in the season. I've seen a lot of good at bats, a lot of good pitchers, especially this league has a lot of really good arms. So I've definitely had to be disciplined at the plate, and I just got a couple good pitches to hit, and I executed.
So Brighton Fontaine, a really good pitcher in this league, of course. You seem to have just had his number today. I mean, 3 for 4 in this game. Was there something in a scouting report that you saw, or was it just you were seeing the ball really well today?
I was really just seeing the ball well, but I was really seeing his curveball out of the hand well, and his fastball, I was just on time with it, battling it off. And I had my one swing to left field that was caught. That was probably the hardest hit ball that I had of the day, but I just got unlucky with it. But I was really just seeing that curveball well.
And Ethan, any questions out of you?
Yeah, heading into that 6th inning when you guys were down still 3-0, hadn't really gotten too much off of Fontaine yet. Was there something said in that dugout, some adjustment that was made to lead to the 4-run inning, or was it just a matter of luck and skill?
No, we really just had to stay up with our energy, and we definitely sparked something that inning. With that leadoff error, I mean, we're just trying to put the ball in play and good things happen, and that showed it right there with Josiah's little poke to left field. And then from that, we just snowballed. So yeah.
And so, unless you have anything, no final question. So, one final question for you here is we always like to ask if you have one message to the rest of the Colonial Conference, what would it be?
Watch out, we're pretty good. That's about it. Yeah, we got a good team.
All right, thank you for your time. Have a great one. You can just put the headset down there, and we'll close things out. Yeah, you can put it on the ground.
Thank you.
Yep, have a good one. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a final score here of 6-5. Souderton Indians take the win in this one as the North Penn Knights fall once again in tough fashion, and really just a game characterized by the same problem that's been really hidden.
Yeah, unfortunately for North Penn, it just feels like we're watching the same script on repeat as of late. They have a great outing from Fontaine, and then the bullpen is just not able to hold it together. I think the only notable difference that we saw this time around was they were able to get some runs in the later innings from their offense. That's not something we've seen much from. We usually saw that bottom out later into the game as well. But for Souderton, just a great job to stay in it, to rally, and like Divin said, put balls in play and good things happen. And they were, for North Penn, you lost to a team that committed 3 errors. You really got to be kicking yourself after that, as you just feel like there's more to this team than that's been shown.
So the winning pitchers are Ethan Lesh and Trent Lutz. So they both take the win home tonight. And so do the Souderton Indians. For one final time, I'm Danny McDevitt, joined by Ethan Whitney. Ethan Lavolsi took care of the camera. You're watching on the Rally Sports Network. Have a great